So you'll find a lot of videos on the internet claiming to show you how to make the world's simplest motor. I think they're all cool, so be sure and check them out. I've linked one of them below, which is a nice one and has some very good diagrams explaining how it works. But I wanted to show you a little different variation than that one, and this one I think is even simpler, so this could really be the world's simplest motor. And for this what we need is a screw. I've got a couple different sizes here. I think I'm going to use the short one. And a rare earth magnet. This is actually made of neodymium, iron, and boron. It's a rare earth ceramic magnet. It's actually coated with nickel, which is a conductive, electrically conductive metal, and that's very important for this experiment. They come in lots of different sizes and shapes. Here's a couple of them right here that obviously don't like each other. Now they do. You want them to be about the same size as your screw, the head of your screw, so it spins a little better. I'm going to use this thicker one. As you can see, they are very powerful magnets. I'm going to get, if I can pull it apart, get the little one out of the way, and we'll go ahead and use this bigger one. And so here we have our screw, here we have our magnet. We need a piece of wire about this long, and a battery. I'm using a AA battery. This is a rechargeable nickel metal hydride battery, but you can use any AA battery. And what we're going to do to make our motor is simply attach our magnet to the head of our screw. Now we want it to be right in the center so that our motor is going to spin smoothly. So I want to center that nicely. And then since this screw is mostly made out of iron, it's a steel screw, when we attach the magnet to it, the magnet's going to magnetize the screw. And since there is steel in the casing of the battery, you'll see it wants to stick and hang very nicely from the bottom of our battery. So now comes the fun part. All we need to do to turn this into a motor is to take our piece of wire, hold one end on the top terminal, the positive terminal in this case of the battery, and then we take the other end of the wire and just let it touch, let it brush gently, and as you can see, our screw is spinning very fast. I'm going to stop this and start it again so we can, I'm just going to try and make it go slowly enough that you can tell which direction it's turning. So as I touch it, you'll see the threads appear to move upward. So we can reverse the direction of our motor very easily by reversing our magnet. So if I attach the magnet to the head of the screw now, I've turned the north and south pole over. I'm not sure which is north and south, but it doesn't matter. And I'm going to attach it again. And now, when we get our motor spinning, you should see the threads turning the opposite direction. As you can see now, the threads appear to be going down because we reversed the direction of our magnetic field. The link below to the motor on the Naked Scientist website has a very good explanation of what's happening and how the force is being produced here. So I'm not going to waste time doing that, but I do want to show you a couple of things here. I want to show you that it doesn't really matter where or how we touch our magnet. And keep in mind, again, what we're actually touching is the nickel coating on our magnet. That's what allows the electrical current to flow from the top terminal of the battery through our wire into the magnet, into the screw, and then into the negative end of the battery. So it's very important that that battery has a conductive metal coating, which ours does. And as I say, it doesn't matter where we touch that magnet. I can get the wire to stay on the top. Here I'm letting it brush behind, and we can start turning it. I'll stop it again. Here I'll touch it in front, and it turns. I can even touch it straight on, and you can see it still turns. And the longer we let it go, it gets going pretty fast. Now you might have some trouble keeping the screw right in the middle of the battery. It does sometimes like to get stuck in any grooves and it might fall off. Sometimes it'll even flip around and try and attach to the side of the battery. So it takes a little bit of practice. Also, as I say, it's very important to keep everything's centered, so it's going to spin nicely. That's true of any object that spins fast. You always want them to be balanced. We can also reverse the direction of our motor by reversing the direction of the current in the circuit. So let me just show you. Right now we've got the positive terminal on top, the screws connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and as you can see, that makes the threads move down. If I reverse the battery and connect it, let the screw hang from the positive terminal now, and brush it here. Now, oops, let me slow that down so you can see the threads better. Now you can see the threads are going up. It's turning in the opposite direction. So the direction of the current flow and the direction of the magnetic field are what control the direction of our motor. But this is a fun little project, very simple to do. So as I say, be sure and check out the explanation on the Naked Scientist website and build their motor too. That one's fun. But I think you'll have to agree, this one is really even simpler to build. Maybe we'll have another video in the future. There are even a couple more variations on simple motors like this. So have fun with this and look forward to some of our new videos with even more cool stuff to do.